Hey everybody, Jake here from Bearded Gear, and I have a box to open. This time, it's not a knife though. You can see there are donuts all over this box. That's because there's a donut in the box, but it's not edible. My buddy Ryan from Rimmer Designs, who is my partner on the Left Concepts Avant, the knife that we're coming out with, he has been making these Worry Doughnuts for a while, and people are loving them. I'm not usually like a trinkets kind of guy when it comes to EDC stuff. I don't have a ton of like challenge coins. The few that I have rarely make it into my pocket. I do find like on road trips and stuff, I like having a coin because then I'm not bugging everybody by flicking a knife while I'm driving. It's probably actually a little safer too, but a lot of the time if I am in a spot where it's not so convenient to be fidgeting with a knife, then I can just kind of run the coin between my fingers. But even then, like the only challenge coins that I have, I typically only have because either a buddy was responsible for it, or it's like a club that I'm a part of, something like that. Like the Millie Club one is probably the one that makes it in pocket the most if I am going to carry one. But there's a whole world of like nooks and openers and stuff, right? That a lot of people are into, and more power to them. It's just not really for me. But these my buddy is making, and he's been doing some pretty wild stuff with them, and I just really like Ryan, and I know that he does good work, and so it felt like I should have one of these. I don't know why. He's my friend. I should be supporting him, and they look pretty cool, all things considered. So I had him make me one, and we'll go ahead and start unboxing this as I keep jabbering on. But I reached out to him, and I was just like, hey, dude, I got to finally get one, right? It's been long enough that you've been doing it. This is a thing. People are going crazy for them. It's only going to get harder in the future if I want to get one from you. So let me just put in an order for one, and we'll call it good. And so I was talking to him about what I wanted on it, because he does a ton of different stuff, different materials, different finishes, a lot of things, right? And I wasn't sure what to go with, because this isn't ultimately like super my type of thing anyways, right? And so basically he asked me, what colors do I like? He already knows roughly what materials I'm into, and we talk a lot, so it's pretty rad. So this box is like super donutty even on the inside, and then even this little box that the actual donut is in has a donut on it. I think he stamped that now that I'm looking at it. It looks that way. So anyway, I told him a bunch of colors I was interested in, but ultimately I was pretty open. And as we were talking about it, I was like, I think what would be rad is if it's something that's like really bright and stands out, because this to me is just a fun little trinket item thing anyways. Like I don't necessarily need it to match anything in particular. I just thought like, let's go kind of wild with it. And then I was like, maybe something with like blue and orange. Like those are two colors that I think could be kind of fun together. They can both get pretty bright. And so he was like, all right, if you trust me, I'm going to try something new that I haven't done before. And I was like, say no more. Like, just go for it, you know? And so he did. He wrote a note on here. Homie, this was a fun build, especially since you let me run with it. And the something it to go. And the... I can't tell what that says, buddy. I'm sorry. Crazy that it's been a year since I first messaged you. That is crazy. Yeah, so Ryan and I, as he just said, have been talking for a year. Oh, this is rad too. Look at this. He put the trifecta in here. So Left Concepts is us. That's me, Bearded Gear. And that's him, the donut guy, Rimmer Designs. So pretty rad. This is all personalized. Here's his sticker with his logo. But yeah, Ryan and I, literally, we just started talking. I think he messaged, I don't even remember what he first messaged me about, but then ultimately I ended up borrowing a knife or two from him. I'd loaned him some stuff to check out, and we just kind of hit it off with the mutual hobby being knives between the two of us. And those conversations and friendship turned into us like, hey, we kind of want to, each of us want to design a knife. Why don't we just like team up on it and see where it goes? And now we've got a knife that's in the prototyping phase with Riat, and we'll be hopefully ready to go to market fairly soon. Oh, this is wild. All right, so he puts it in this little like burlap pouch with a donut on it, of course. And then look at this thing. So this is, I believe, the standard size of the donut. I know he does mini ones, and he does like, I think they're chunky ones or something too, where they're like extra thick. But you can see he took these two composite materials. I don't know off the top of my head what they're called, I'm sorry. But we've got this one that's got blue and white basically. And then this one that's got orange and like this neon green and some black or maybe blue, something dark coming through it as well. And then he did a layer of orange G10 underneath it all. So basically he took two blocks of material and spliced them together so that it's got more than half this like bluish whitish kind of icy tone and then this little bit of like fire. So it's kind of like a fire and ice thing going on here. And then with the orange underneath, I feel like it balances out even more. And it's brass on the bottom. You can see there's his logo as well. So this thing is, I mean, like, let's be totally honest. I'm not into this kind of thing. I don't know if it's supposed to be like, I don't think you're supposed to use it as a knuck. That would hurt my hand way more than anything I punched. But yeah, this isn't like a thing that's really for me or my speed. But again, like, Ryan has become one of my best friends. He's my business partner, technically, at this point. And he does really good work. This is super well finished. The design work is really cool. The fact that he's able to put these materials together and customize it. And it's really well done. It's something cool. I have seen people will, in like knife pictures, they'll set this and then you can set the knife up in it. So it'll kind of hold the knife up. So I'm sure it'll probably end up in some pocket dumps. I'm going to carry it around a little bit for sure, just to see what it's all about. Maybe I'll just enjoy fidgeting with it and playing with it. And I mean, it feels really nice. It's kind of heavy in a fun way. It's just a cool, trinkety little thing. So I don't know. I don't have all that much to say about it because this isn't really my arena. But looking at it closely, I mean, there's a ton of really cool detail in this material. I wonder how this is even made. It's just like swirly stuff in like kind of plasticky, resiny, I don't know, but it's got a lot of detail to it, and kind of the closer you look at it, it's like cosmic or something. I don't know. It reminds me of in Men in Black when they have that little keychain that actually has like a galaxy in it. When you look in there, there's like sparkles and specks and all kinds of crazy stuff in there, and it's all fit up perfectly. The seam between each different kind of material is like non-existent. The brass matches up perfectly to the G10. Yeah, this is cool. I mean, it doesn't do anything. Like, I guess with it being a worry donut, maybe part of it is like if you've got anxiety or something or you're stressed, it's just something to kind of fidget with and play with. And it's cool. It's nice. But yeah, so I will link down below to Rimmer Designs, where Ryan is making these and doing this. And you should be aware as well with how much demand he has for these right now. He's currently doing a weekly book spot opening, and I think last week they sold out like freaking really, really fast because he's only doing like 10 spots at a time because he wants to make sure each week he's able to do all the ones that he sold a spot for, and then the next week he opens his books again. That way he doesn't get ever too backed up. And I mean, he's crushing it with them. They're really cool. He's done a ton of wild builds, micartas and glow materials and really, really cool stuff. And he's making them one at a time. They're all custom. They're all really, really cool. He's doing laser work on them. Like, he's been buying more and more tools to make it faster and more efficient. And he's crushing it with them. So I'm proud of him for doing this, you know. And obviously a lot of people are liking them. Again, I'm not the most, like, core person for the audience of a product like this. I'm much more into knives, and I like dabble in pens now, I guess. These feel less functional to me, but to some people, they really love stuff like this, and it's a cool option. And they're like under $100 for the most part. I guess you could probably pick some materials that would take it over that, but even the little ones are cheaper than that. So if it's something that you like trinkety little things, this is cool. It's custom made by my buddy, and they're sweet. So he'll be linked down below. Rimmer Designs will. And yeah, check him out if you're at all interested in this kind of thing. Ryan's as good as they come. He's a really, really cool dude. And this thing is sweet. So there you have it. This is my Rimmer Designs Worry Doughnut. Kind of a fire and ice thing going on here. And it's sweet. I'm super happy with it. I'm sure it'll be in some photos. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see it. And yeah, thanks for checking it out, guys. And thank you, Ryan, for making this for me. I did pay him for this, by the way. He didn't make this for me for free. I wanted to make sure I was supporting him as a buddy. So I paid for it. It's not like a freebie. But I always want to just put that out there because sometimes people would assume maybe the contrary. Anyway, thanks for checking it out, guys. I'll see you on the next one.